Hi everybody, my name is Brittany and I am the team lead of the completed apparel division at Heat Transfer Warehouse. I'm here today to talk to you about some of my favorite t-shirt brands, pointing out some of my favorite qualities about them, and some of the things that are honest but maybe not my favorite things about them so that you can pick the best t-shirt for your job. First of all, we're going to start with the basics. And when I say basics, I mean Port & Company and Gildan. I like both brands, of course, but I am partial to Port & Company simply because I love the size range. I love the price point because you're gonna have some of those jobs where the customer is either super price conscious or you're gonna have those jobs where it's an event where they're gonna wear the shirt one time and then wear it to mow their lawn. They have a great assortment of colors. However, they do have to tend more on the generic side rather than the trendy, fun, cool side. But a lot of the times these shirts are used for events, like I said, similar to schools and that sort of thing. The other thing that you're gonna get with a small budget is something that's not super soft. So not saying there's anything wrong with 100% cotton, but I tend to like things that are a little softer myself. Why don't we take a look and see how some of our Port & Company shirts fit? We can see that they do run on a classic size chart, so whether we're in a female gender fit or a male gender fit, the sleeves are a little bit long on both of them. The body of the shirt is long. They're not extremely fitted, but I think that they get the job done. You could definitely decorate them full front, left chest, or can you guys spin around to the back? On the back as well. So kind of comfortable, not the softest t-shirts in the world, but definitely something that either person here or anybody at home would probably be more than happy to wear for at least a few hours. All right, everybody, next up, we're gonna talk about Sporttech. Sporttech is, well, exactly as the name implies, perfect for those sports teams. So from your warm-ups all the way to your game day jerseys and even for the fans, Sporttech is the perfect brand to outfit those sports teams with. Here, you can see that it comes in youth. We also have ladies and the unisex adult fit, which is great. You're gonna see that through and through the brand, as well as plenty of companion items. The other thing I love about Sporttech is the huge diversity of sizes. So we're gonna have ladies fits, youth fit, and adult fit, extra small, all the way through youth extra large and 4X. So you're gonna be able to find a size to fit every single person on that order. So let's bring those models in and take a look at how the Sporttech shirts fit. So now that we have our models back, we can take a look at how these Sporttech t-shirts fit. So first, we're gonna start with Kenzie on our right over here. We can see that the female design is a little bit shorter in the body. It's got a nice little scoop neck there, which is very flattering. However, do keep that in mind because not all women want a scoop or a V-neck. And sometimes the unisex adult t-shirt fit is perfect for every gender. And if you can't tell, it's very, very soft. So it's made out of 100% polyester. It's got a little bit of a heathering to it, which makes it even prettier for aesthetics. And it's gonna be moisture wicking because after all, Sporttech is designed for sports teams. Do you guys wanna take a little twirl around so everybody can see how the shirts fit on the front and the back? So we love to decorate Sporttech. Not only can we print on them, but the one thing that I love the most about them is because they are polyester, we can actually sublimate on most all of the styles, which also works great for athletics because there is no touch to that, as you know. So as those athletes are moving around in all of the multiple washes and wears, that design's never gonna fade, it's never gonna come off, and it's gonna be comfortable for them. Next up, we have one of my favorites and probably one of yours too. Not only does it have a recognizable label, it comes in a ton of unique colors, and there's 3 staple styles to pick from. Of course, I'm talking about Bella Canvas. So one of my favorite things, like I was saying, is the unique colors. It seems like every week they're adding something new. They don't necessarily wait for that season to change, and then it's like a surprise every time you go to order. They have 3 staple styles. They have 100% cotton, which is great, very vibrant colors, very bright. They have the CVC blend, which of course is the polyester and cotton, so it's a little bit softer and it has kind of a nice heather to it. And then of course the tri-blend. One of the things that maybe isn't as endearing about Bella Canvas is it is a little bit more pricey, but you do get what you pay for. The other thing that I absolutely love about them is the gender fit. So it's going to have a retail fit is what they call it. So it's not the classic fit that we saw in some of the more basic t-shirts. It's definitely going to fit a little bit more preferable on all genders. And so that is one of the reasons also that Bella Canvas is so popular. So why don't we bring our models back in and take a look at how Bella Canvas fits. Now that we have our models back, let's take a little closer look at the fit of these Bella Canvas t-shirts. As we can see on both of the genders, the sleeve is just a little bit shorter than it was on the classic fit style in comparison to those Port & Company t-shirts we saw at the very beginning. We can also see these bright, beautiful, vibrant colors. Both of our models are wearing the 100% heirloom spun cotton, so it's still very soft, but the colors really, really pop on it. The body of the shirts also isn't quite as long, so Kenzie over here might not feel like she's wearing a dress as opposed to how she could have felt in that Port & Company shirt from the very beginning. And it's just gonna get softer every time you wash and wear it over time. All right, so next we're gonna talk about one of my favorite go-to brands that I use when I have a job that calls for those different gender fits. Because as we know in this industry, a lot of the times a lady's fit is actually more like a junior's fit. It's very small, and we definitely wanna give our customers the size that they are expecting. So I'm talking about District. I feel like District is one of those not as well-known brands out there, especially in comparison to the Bella Canvases and the Gildens of the world, but I do really like it. So not only does it come in both an adult unisex, of course we have some youth options. There are no toddler or infant options, but sometimes you don't always need those. So the unisex adult fit comes just like this. It runs on that classic size chart again, so it's more similar to the Port & Company fit than say the Bella Canvas fit. However, because it has the lady companion that fits as expected, you'll find that a lot of people are really going to like this brand. Extra small through 4X, and that customer is gonna get the size as they expect it to, right? So there's not gonna be any need for those ladies to size up. The other thing that I love about District is their tri-blend material is super soft, and it's actually more cost effective than the Bella Canvas cotton material. So you're gonna save a little bit of money for your customer while delivering a super high quality product. So why don't we bring our models in and take a look at how these shirts fit. Now that we have our models back, let's take a little closer look at how these District t-shirts fit. First, we're gonna start with Kenzie. So as I was saying, these have the different gender fits to them. However, I do wanna point out that even though Kenzie is wearing a V-neck version of this t-shirt, it also comes in a regular crew neck. So not the scoop neck like the Sporttech t-shirt did, but a real crew neck just like the one over here that Brock is wearing. So we really love that. Over on Brock's side here, what we can see is, again, I was talking about how the fit is a little bit closer to those Port & Company t-shirts. The sleeve is about 1/4 of an inch longer than the Bella Canvas counterpart, and the body of the shirt is about 1 inch longer than the Bella Canvas counterpart. And that's a good thing, depending on the customer. So for example, if you have a job that's coming in where that customer wants a really high quality t-shirt, they don't necessarily want the cheapest thing possible, but maybe you've got a little bit taller or a little bit larger of a customer, this is also going to be perfect for them. And I think you'll find that the fabric is also very nice and it can withstand embroidery. Last but not least, we're gonna talk about comfort colors and comfort wash. I feel like they are very, very similar, and you could really use them interchangeably to get the perfect color for your customer. They are the most trendy shirts right now. If you're on Pinterest, if you're on Etsy and you're seeing the shirts with the big back design and something small on the left chest, with or without a pocket, you're definitely looking at one of these t-shirts. It's a staple tee for that vintage or oversized look that your cool customers, as I like to call them, are probably seeking. So not only do they come with long sleeves or short sleeves, you can get either of the styles with or without a pocket. I love the pocket details that these have on them because you can actually design right over the top of it or right above it. They're thick enough to withstand embroidery, which also makes them very unique. And the colors are so cool. They're pigment dyed, so it's just the way that they are created. I'm not exactly sure of that process, but I am very grateful that somebody came up with it. With that being said though, definitely err on the side of caution when you're looking at the mock-ups online to select the color for your job. Make sure you get a color chart from your sales rep rather, because it's always better to be safe than sorry, definitely when it comes to pleasing your customer. The other, maybe not downside to comfort colors and comfort wash is the price tag. You gotta pay for quality, right? And some customers you're gonna find are more than happy to, but just keep that in mind that they are gonna be a little bit more pricey, especially in comparison to your Port & Company or your Gildan. They only come sizes small through 3X. Even though they have a little bit more of a generous kind of oversized fit to them, you're not gonna be able to accommodate all of the sizes that you might be able to with some of the other brands that we talked about today. So why don't we bring in our models and take a look at what these trendy, cool t-shirts look like. As you can see, Kenzie over here is wearing this super vibrant, beautiful kind of purpley pink color that I'm in love with. I think it was something new on the site when I went to go and order these samples to make this video with. But as you can see, it's got a little bit of a drop shoulder where the shoulder seam kind of comes down off the shoulder, and that's intentional. It's supposed to look like that. It kind of has, like I said, that oversized fit. And the vintage part I'm talking about is the way that the pigment dye, the wash of the fabric really looks. Can you do a little spin around just so we can see the back? So you can see that if we were decorating this with like a big back piece or a big back design, how it would look really, really cool, especially with the way that the shoulders kind of go off. All right, and over here on my left, we have Brock. We can also see here where the side or the shoulder seam is coming down just a little bit off the shoulder. Again, that's intentional. It kind of is creating that oversized, kind of relaxed, cool look. And the same with the sleeves, they're a little long. We love that because it's a little bit more cozy, comfortable, kind of promotes that relaxed feeling. And look at this bright, beautiful vintage blue color that he has on. Blue is my favorite color, so I'm gonna be partial to that, although I do love Kenzie's purple. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content and you wanna see more like it, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.